Everybody to roll to go, guys. This is very, very exciting times. That's going on over here in our organization. This definitely was a power-packed week that we just coming out of, but we're going right into another one. So we want to make sure that we keep the energy and the activity at an all-time high. And I want to have our leader. That 5-star general, that Rolex watch wearer, that doctor and director maker, that 6-figure income earner maker. We're talking about the ruby ring wearer, sneeze away from $500,000. Coach J.P. Watkins, did you make it to the line?
I wouldn't miss. Thank God it's Mondays for the world, Coach P. This is your day. This is the day that you get it all kicked off. You are truly an advocate for Thank God Mondays, and I thank you for helping me to understand how important Mondays are. But I'm here, sir, ready to serve.
Right. When people really figure out why I am so excited on Monday, because it's a day that lets me know when people are dreading to go back to that job or go back to corporate America. Listen, I'm never knocking it. You got to do what you got to do to put food on your table and pay your bills. But it lets me know that I have beat the system, Coach Watkins. It's definitely exciting times when you go out there and do that. But Coach Watkins, how are you feeling about the activity that's taking place inside of the organization?
Wow. I have 3 words. Wow, wow, wow. I put a post on our team page. I said, you know what? I see it. I see cream rising to the top. I see Phoenix rising. I see, champions and rising stars. I see it. We all see it. And it's exciting to see, Coach Rollins. I remember the day that Orlando Vince said, hey, will you and Coach Watkins, Coach Rollins, come and help me launch my new, recruit, Dr. White? We said, sure, we'll come in town and we will do that launch. And subsequently at that particular launch, Bryant and Simpson Neal were there. And that couple went gold builder this weekend because of this amazing contest and all this activity. And it just, began to see all the cream rising, all those winners. Now, we have seen some winners, but we also seen some people, the usual suspects. We've also seen, Coach Rollins, people doing what they do, and some people just don't want to win. Right? We see some people who have had every opportunity to hit the ground running, and they still spectating and not participating. So we see it both, Coach Rollins, and it's all good.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. And, congratulations to that couple, Brian and Cecily, for going out there and getting that done. And you're right. We was out there in Atlanta. That seed was planted, and just watch that seed continue to grow, them not give up, and now they're gold builders. And I know they're extremely excited. So if you got a chance to go out there and congratulate them. But Coach Watkins, how bad do you want it? That's the question that I have this morning. How bad do you really want it? Because that's really what it boils down to. Because sometimes, everybody want to know the magic number. They want to know the magic script. They want to know all this magic stuff. But it really boils down to how bad do you want it? And if your why is strong enough, why does it work so weak, Coach Watkins? We're gonna have some real dialogue today. If your why is so strong, then why your work is so weak? There are too many people talking about it and not being about it. And guess what? We able to identify. See, sometimes the activity that we do, it allows us to identify some things, right? And then once you get clarity, Coach Watkins, when we first hit this thing, we had our blinders on. We knew what we was doing. We walked away from a certain amount of income, but guess what? We had to go replace that income. We had to double that income, and we had to go out there and get this thing done because guess what? We was crystal clear on what we wanted to do. See, somebody today has to be crystal clear on exactly what they're trying to do with this particular activity right now. Coach Watkins, let's talk about how bad do you want it today?
A lot of people are seeing that their teammates don't want it that bad. And so here's the reality, Coach Rollins. Even if you are linked with some people who don't want it, that has nothing to do with you. I want to reiterate that from the beginning of this call. Whatever you want, if you've defined it, if that's clear in your mind, whatever your team does is a bonus. Everybody on the team can check out, but as long as you don't check out, see, this is what we really deal with, Coach Rollins. This is really how a director builds their team. See, a director, when you go director, a lot of people will tell you a lot of stuff. When you're 1-star, 2-star, people will tell you. But when they don't put the point on the book, is what you see. And guess what, Coach Rollins? Either way, it's okay. But when there's clarity of vision, see, we didn't come into this company. I have never once heard you ever ask me for a strategy on how to motivate unmotivated people. I've never had a conversation with you, Philip Rollins, on this group of people isn't doing, how do I get them to do, how do you get unmotivated people to do epic things? You do epic things with epic people. See, Coach Rollins, we came through the door saying we were going to get 6 figures. We didn't care about 1 star. We didn't even think about it. We didn't even think about 2. We said, how close are you to the ring? This how close. And we never blamed anyone. We never drug anyone. And that's one of the things, when you want it bad, you just go do it. It doesn't matter who does it with you. Our only job as leaders, Coach Rollins, I know I'm getting deep into the topic. I know I'm out the gate. But here's the deal. When your mind is made up, it don't matter what everybody else is doing, and we don't beat them up about it, and we don't make them feel bad. Listen, all I do, Coach Rollins, is instruct people. The Road for Gold call is to give instructions, and Cindy Bruggerman has helped us with recording this, posting this. So when people say they confused, why? Are you on Road to Gold? Are you on IMV? Are you plugged into any of the training? How can you be confused about a P, a S, and a 3? So, no, you don't want it, and it's not my responsibility to take that on. You know, Coach Rollins, yes, we need clarity. But let me talk about the fact that your clarity doesn't mean that your team going to be as clear as you. Other people may not be clear, but as long as you're clear, your mind is right, you run for it, it doesn't matter who's unclear about their goals.
In the pews right now, and that's what we're going to do today, because we want to keep it real, because this thing is, and then Coach Watkins, just going into another week, I believe as a leader, as somebody that aspires to be a leader, you don't slow down. I heard you say something, if you're going through hell, don't stop, keep going, right? And that's what this thing is all about. You're gonna go through some pain, right? You're gonna go through some rejection. You're gonna go through some people that's telling you, you're gonna hear all type of things. But guess what? Just like you said, when you have a clear mind and you have a clear goal, guess what? There's no such thing as obstacles, Coach Watkins, when you have goals. But see, right now, what we are witnessing some people release the beast within them. They got people that's unleashing the beast within them right now. Guess what? First steps. Because one thing everybody, and I know everybody can relate to this, because they got a whole group of people out there that say, what's best for everybody else? You ought to be doing this here. You should be doing that. But what should you be doing? Yeah, you. What should I be doing to make my situation better? Guess what? If I'm on a run, Coach Watkins, and I needed 20 people, well, guess what? I'm not going to depend on those other people to go out there and get the 20 people. I'm going to depend on me to go out there and get the 20 people, because guess what? It was my goal. That's what I was after. I'm not going to stop and let no man or woman stop me from putting food on the table. I heard Dr. White, she just said it, some about a salesman. He had skinny children because he wasn't out there getting the job done. And right now we got some people that, guess what? You got to get the job done. And it's not okay. It's not okay to play team. It's not okay not to do the things that everybody else is doing. And guess what? If we stepping on some toes, guess what? It's okay, because we need everybody out there going to get it if you desire to have it. You can't talk left and walk right. You cannot talk left and walk right. Coach White, we got to talk about self-awareness. We got to talk about emotional intelligence. We got to talk about personal development. And guess what? You have to allow yourself to be stressed. Because some people say, I want it. Then they come and have a conversation with Coach White. Well, maybe I don't want it that bad, right? Maybe I don't want to do all those things. Coach White, how important is it that we release that beast within us?
Oh my goodness, Coach Rollins, you said don't talk left and walk right. I just right there. I couldn't even move on, because that is what it's all about. This is a vehicle. This is a vehicle, and in this vehicle, we're riding to freedom. And at the end of the day, you are in business for yourself. Let me reiterate that. You are in business for yourself. Right there. But here's the good news. You're not in business by yourself. So yes, you're in business for yourself. You got to put your oxygen mask on first. You are responsible for getting yourself to your goal. But guess what? You can get references and pointers to your team. You can give references. You can give advice. You see, that's the great thing about this team sport. Is that, yes, this is individual. The only score that's on the board is when Mr. Bradley says, J.P. Watkins, He's not saying, you know, J.P. Watkins, you know, Philip Rollins, you know, Cindy Brookerman. That's understood, right? And it's my job to acknowledge those soldiers who helped me get, you know, that's my job. But he's only acknowledging the leader. That's what he's doing, and because he can't go through all that. So when you look at the end of the day, your name is on the team. Coach Rollins, whenever something's going on, it's Philip Rollins' name on that. You don't go through, you know, what, you know, Lavonda or Jermaine or this. It's Philip Rollins. And those numbers are reflected of you. But you can always, releasing the beast mode means I take personal responsibility, right? But I understand that everybody around me matters. I'm giving advice, I'm getting advice. I'm giving advice, I'm getting advice. But at the end of the day, this is Philip Rollins, right? This is you taking responsibility for this thing. So you got to release the beast mode. What if everybody around you don't release the beast mode? When I see Nakia Armstrong right now, Coach Rollins, can we talk about Nakia? When I look at Jean Harris has released the beast just come out the gate swinging. Libra Murphy is showing out. Like there's some people that is showing completely out. You know, when I'm looking at Heather Wooden, and I'm looking at all these people that's like going for it, it doesn't, Coach Rollins, it's some people that are absolutely releasing. Can you talk about Nakia, though? 24 points by herself.
24, 25, somewhere in that area. But guess what? She did release the, because we went through an exercise before when we did something similar to this here. It was a contest, and, you know, she did good. But now what I'm noticing from her, she's recruiting with a different purpose. She's going after better people. That was gonna be my next point, talking about massive action. Because I mean, Coach Watkins, can I be all the way transparent right here with what I want to say? Right? We gotta do a better job.
Monday.
Yeah, I'm on. This is saying God is money, and we're gonna give you the truth. So like, what happens is some people wish they could have picked a better team in this particular exercise. I'm going to say that again. Some people, Coach Watkins, wish they had picked a better team in this particular exercise. But guess what? Nakia, shout out to her. You know, she's on the way to go. She's getting it done. And guess what? She's going through. She's trusting the process. But what do I mean by picking better people? It's the same as in your business. We have to do a better job. We have to be intentional about the people that we're trying to recruit. Yeah, could you put me on a three-way with somebody that don't have a job and expect a good result? Probably not, right? Should you have wasted my time with that? Probably not. Because guess what? We have to go out there and find the best of the best. Because you just said we can't do basic things. We can't do epic things with basic people. And guess what? They pay big money in this particular industry, Coach Watkins, for you going out there and find epic people. But you have to be willing to take the shot. You got to know that you know that you know that you know without a shadow of a doubt.
Wait a minute, Coach Rollins. Hold on, Coach Rollins. Did you say they pay you for finding epic people? Is that what I heard you say?
That's exactly what I said. I said in the industry of network marketing, they pay you big bucks for going out there and find epic people.
Drop the mic.
That's exactly what I said.
Drop it right there. They pay us. They pay us for finding epic people. They don't pay us dragging unmotivated people. Nobody gets paid for that. But we get paid for sifting and sorting, finding epic people. Man, just think about the people that recruited Michael Jordan. Think about the people who recruited Scottie Pippen, Kobe Bryant. Just think about who were the ones that found the Shaquille O'Neal in the backwoods of Louisiana. You know, just think about who are the people that found these kids and found these goats of the industry, you know, who went out there and found Mean Joe Green, you know, Akeem Elijah. Who are the people that found? See, we don't know those people, but I guarantee you they was paid for finding those people. Oh, that was good.
Epic people do epic things all day. Like, if anybody can hang around with the founder, Mr. Donald Bradley, all day, I had the luxury of hanging around Mr. Bradley, going to the football games, sitting in the luxury boxes, you know, all those things. Because guess what? He's an epic person, and guess what? He's always doing epic things. It might be something minor to another person, but those are the type of people that you have to find. So you have to be intentional about going after your people. And guess what? Right now, what this exercise is all about, Coach Watkins, it's all about massive action. It's not about trying to figure out, you know, about Disneyland or Disney World. No, this is all out massive action. What does all out massive action mean? Showing the plan, like peak and showing the three-win. Peak and showing the three-win. And guess what? Might have to add a follow-up, but that's what this thing is all about, because it's a rule of thumb. Whatever you plant will grow. If you plant marketing seeds, guess what's going to grow? That's just the law of the land. But a lot of people don't trust that process, so then they say, well, I got rejected, so now I want to go focus on this. Oh, I got rejected, so now I want to go. No, I got rejected, so now I want to quit. But guess what? People that's right there, like, finding epic people, Coach Watkins, people are a lot closer than they think. But too many people, they stop striking, right? It's like those acres of diamonds that was right there in the backyard, but we stopped looking. We stopped going for it. Then guess what? We went hard last week, but now we're not going to go hard this week. See, one thing that I know, Coach Watkins, you haven't lost no enthusiasm since day one. Matter of fact, I know that you're going harder today than you did on day one. That's what people have to understand. That's mastering the mundane.
Wait a minute. Miss Ima told me, she said, you remind me of when you was in Miss Collegiate African American. It was a little pageant I was in, Coach Rollins, 25 years ago. She said, you reminded me of that. You in that place. Yes, I'm in that place. I absolutely am in that place. Because when I look at my sisters in success and I see Marcella Berg, 23 years old, serving everybody they lunch, I'm like, what? 23 years old, and this young lady is a 5-star like me, but this young lady out earning me? I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. And when I see Natalie Graham, $500,000, I don't know how people not motivated by these kids. I don't know how nobody is like, wow, this is so awesome. If they can eat, I can too. And I know, Coach Rollins, you look and see, these young people out there going for it, out there getting their dreams and their aspirations done. They're going for it in life. And it's just motivating when you think about 2020 in the middle of a pandemic and you see our company growing. And then you got people around here talking about, well, once it's over, I'm going to get back. I'm like, what? Look. Good. You don't have to explain to me why you choose to lose. It's not a conversation I want to have with you. Because right now, I see way too many people winning to focus on you losing. I don't even want to hear it. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. And so, Coach Rollins, yes, I am even more motivated. I'm even more focused. I'm putting more money in my business almost that it's paying me. I'm investing in coaches and advisors and programs. And, it's next level in my mind right now because I see it working. I see it work. Like, I see so many people going into their next gear. If I see all these people, there's a lady on the team, on Miss Ima's team, Miss Joanne. Miss Joanne is going into her next gear. When I see Dr. White going into her next gear, when I see, all these people going into their next gear, how dare we as leaders not go into our next gear? How dare me, you, Cindy, not plowing the field, not getting the snow out the way so that they can run? If I don't plow the field, if I don't make sure to plow away, they can't run. They waiting on me, Coach Rollins, not anybody else. So me and you, these 4 stars, we are plowing the field so they can run as fast as they can go. Coach Rollins?
Coach Watkins, and that's the perfect analogy. I mean, plowing the field, clearing the snow, whatever it is. But guess what? If you're on this call, you got to become that person. You got to become that person for the next generation, then the next generation, and then the next generation, because that's where the duplication kicks in. See, everybody on the line today has to ask yourself this question. What if everybody was doing the things that I'm doing? Would I have a winning team? And that's what it really boils down. Whatever you're doing on a daily basis, if the people around you did the exact same thing that you do on a daily basis, would you have a winning team? And those are the things that we have to ask ourselves, because remember, people are not going to do what you do what you say. They're going to do what you do. So you have to be mindful of what am I doing on a daily basis? What am I mastering? Am I mastering the mundane of doing what on a daily basis? And guess what? The cure for everything over here is showing the plan. And then, guess what you have to continue to do? You have to continue to show the plan and show the plan and show the plan until you find those epic people. You might find an epic person 5 levels down. I don't know. But guess what? You got to keep showing the plan. You got to keep planting those seeds. You got to keep developing those seeds until you find those epic people that's going to take your business. It's going to take your business in orbit. And once that happens, you better be ready, because now you're going to have stories like Marcella. You're going to have stories like Natalie Graham. You can have stories like even like our own coach, I mean, they have people with just getting real results. And that's why everybody has to be fired up and eager to go out there and show the players, because now it's not what we're trying to do over here at Planet Ed Marketing. It's what's happening at Planet Ed Marketing. But I just want everybody to know, make sure that it doesn't happen without you. Coach Watkins, what's the closing remark?
Woo! You know what? This is a game of figuring it out. You know, when you want it bad, you know, one door may not open, the next door may not open, but you got to find a way to figure it out. Me and Ms. Simon were talking about this last week. And we said, you know what? We knew we would figure it out. We would figure it. See, I want everyone on the line today to exercise some strategic thinking. Right? Strategic thinking means I'm trying to figure it out in my mind, but I'm seeking wise counsel. I'm figuring out in my mind, but I'm seeking wise counsel. How can I word a post that is compliant, but it's effective? You know, what images am I projecting? Is it right or wrong? I love Miss Latoya Mayberry. Yesterday, we were on a director's call, and she's a 4-star director, $250,000 earner, and she said, Mr. Moore is not an online marketer, but I asked his opinion because I know he knows what's right and don't look right. And I text her. I said, Latoya, I appreciate and respect your humility. Even though he's not a network marketer, you still get his opinion before you post. And if he tell you to take it down, she said, I just take it down. There's no fight there. See, that's strategic. That strategic is when you're in a team. She knows that everything is rising and falling on Latoya Mayberry, but she's utilizing her coach and his wisdom, even though he's not an online marketer. She respects his wisdom. And if we have more people, right, who operated, right, in individual mode but play team, and somebody gonna get that on the way home. You understand it all rises and falls on you, but you still utilizing your resources because why? It's strategic. I love the way Ms. Joanne put her post. She's been telling people, hey, I'm a part of a contest. I need your help. Would you mind taking a look at this? You know, because you know it may be for you, it may be not. But I definitely like the way she worded it. She was strategic in her words and her mind. She asked Ms. Ima, what do you think? She's strategically working this business. It's not a whine. It's not a complaint. It's like, I'm doing all this work. I'm not. It's something you got to tweak. But again, in your journey, you got to exercise strategy. That's the bottom line, Coach Rollins. And anybody who's smart in strategy seeks wise counsel in everything they do. And I think a lot of times I come on here every week and I say the same thing, and some people get it, some people don't. Because I see the same people, Mr. Bradley said, it's too many people exercising unattractive marketing. I said, whoa, unattractive, because you haven't asked anybody what they think about what you're doing, you're just doing it. So, guys, let's be strategic. My word for the day is strategic. I know we're going to end up saying, you know, how bad do I want it? I want it. But when you leave this call today, think in your mind, is what I'm doing strategic? Not just for short term in the contest, but long term getting my 6-figure ring. And who better to tell you if your strategy is good than somebody has done it? Coach Rollins, thank you for a responsible call.
You can teach the thing, Coach Watkins. You know what, we're going to end this call with, and thank you for hopping in and, you know, serving with me on this. Thank God it's Monday, because guess what? That is one of my favorite days of the week, right? And somebody told me this here, Coach Watkins, a long time ago. I'm trying to turn my life into 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. How beautiful would that be? But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Coach Watkins, I think when we open up the line, I think when we open up the line today, I think we want to say, I will be epic. And I also will attract epic. I will be epic, and I will attract epic. This has been your Road to Gold call. Join us back tomorrow, guys. I will be epic and attract epic. Thank you, Coach Watkins.
I will be epic. I will attract epic.